Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charles Advance and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and when we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a great show for y'all, but before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. My handle is CTABANZ. So I think it was about a day or so or two ago where we were talking, I think it was yesterday, where we were talking about the outlook for the Lakers going into the season. And I said, look, I wouldn't expect much because the Western Conference is stout, right? The Western Conference is stout. There are a lot of good teams out there. And for the Lakers to make it out of the West, I think it's going to be a long shot. Because not only was the Western Conference good last year, I think they're going to be better this year. Last year, the Western Conference standings finished the following way. The Oklahoma City Thunder were the number one seed with a 64-8. They won 68 games. Houston was number two. They won 52 games. The Lakers won 50. That was a good season for them. The Nuggets won 50. Clippers won 50. So that's the Clippers are the fifth seed. Then you have the Wolves, the Warriors, and then the Memphis Grizzlies. Coming into this season, let me list the teams that got better. The Oklahoma City Thunder got better because they just won the championship. They know how to win championships. So their confidence has gone through the roof. They've extended a lot of the key players on their roster, so they're going to be formidable. The Houston Rockets got better because they filled in a serious gap. Now, I know that they lost the two-way guy. I can't remember his name. The guy with the braids is always fighting. I can't remember his name right now. But they replaced him with a guy that in the fourth quarter you need a bucket, you can get it, in Kevin Durant. Right? So Houston got better. You have the Lakers, who have remained largely the same. But then you have the Denver Nuggets. They got better. You have the Clippers. They just added Bradley Beal, although they lost Norman Powell. The Clippers are going to be in the mix. You have the Minnesota Timberwolves, who beat the Lakers last year in round one. And then you have a team that we're going to need to pay attention to this season if they're healthy, in the Dallas Mavericks. So looking at the Western Conference landscape right now, I mean, you could easily eyeball this thing and say there could be potentially 4 or 5 teams that are better than the Lakers this year, if they're all healthy. You have the Thunder, the Rockets, the Nuggets. Then you can throw in the Clippers. You could throw in the Dallas Mavericks. So the West is going to be stout. So this morning, I came across a report here from FadeawayWorld.net saying this. ESPN insiders have Bucks and Lakers as favorites to be the biggest fallers in the 2025-26 season. ESPN insiders predict 2 marquee NBA franchises could slide this coming season. Let's continue on. With less than 2 months before the start of the season, ESPN released its annual summer forecast. Amongst the most striking takeaways from the prediction that two of the league's most high-profile franchises, the Milwaukee Bucks and the Lakers, could be the biggest fallers this year. The insiders poll placed the Bucks at number 1 and the Lakers at number 2 on the list of teams most likely to tumble in the standings. The Boston Celtics and Phoenix Suns are tied for 3rd, followed by the Philadelphia 76ers and Indiana Pacers rounding out the top 5. This is their ranking. You have the Bucks at number 1, the Lakers are number 2, Boston Celtics and Suns 3. Then you have that there. Then it continues on. The Bucks enter the new season in a precarious position. They've suffered 3 straight first-round exits, and this summer brought even more uncertainty with Damian Lillard away following an Achilles injury that will sideline him for an entire season. Milwaukee's backcourt has lost its star power. In an attempt to regroup, they signed Miles Turner from Indiana, a solid addition but hardly a blockbuster move that shifts their championship odds. Smart depth pieces have been added, but questions remain about whether the roster has enough talent to compete with the East elite. The bigger storyline, of course, revolves around Giannis Antetokounmpo. For the first time, reports indicated that Giannis was at least open to listening to pitches from other teams. Though trade chatter has cooled in recent weeks, the uncertainty around his future hangs over everything Milwaukee does. Unless the Bucks can give him a legitimate chance to contend, the risk of losing him looms larger than ever. While the Bucks struggles feel predictable, the Lakers' inclusion at number 2 raise eyebrows. On paper, The team had a strong all-season. They secured Luka Doncic's extension, answered the center question, and added key role players to support their star duo of Doncic and LeBron James. Still, the Western Conference is brutal. Teams like Oklahoma City, Houston, and Denver have retooled with precision. The Lakers, by contrast, have questions about fit and durability. They're not breaking any news because even though the Lakers have made, like, for instance, they brought in, what's this guy's name? Ayton. They brought in Marcus Smart, which I thought was a good pickup. The question is that enough to move them all the way up to the upper echelon of the Western Conference? This is the question we have to ask ourselves. Remember, the Lakers lost to the Wolves in round 1. The Wolves. Now, obviously, they got Ayton, who's supposed to be a solution and a remedy for not having a big man. So in the case if they were to face like a Dallas, or they were to face like a Nuggets, or they were to face like any one of these guys, they would have a serviceable big man. Ayton can't do nothing with Anthony Davis, man. He can't do nothing with him. He for damn sure can't do nothing with Nikola. That don't matter, bro. Remember, they had AD when they were playing the Nuggets, and they was tapping that ass, bro. Tapping it. Like, they were giving him the work. So, in terms of them falling, I think this is only a surprise. This guy is saying it raised eyebrows. It's not raising any eyebrows unless you're up there twerking it up and pouring honey all over each other's booties and hollering and screaming. Okay, maybe if you twerk, if you're a twerker, then yeah, this is big news. But if you're following the Western Conference playoff picture, the standings, bro, you know the West ain't no joke. You know this already. So where's the shocker in all of this? I don't understand what the big, oh my God, I didn't see this coming. Are you serious? Now, of course, the Lakers could surprise you because remember, they acquired Luka Doncic mid-season. Now they're going to have a full training camp together. And maybe they can get off to a hot start and be a top 4 seed. Obviously, this is possible because they certainly were able to pull it off last season. I think it's the number 3 or 4 seed. Last time I looked at the rankings a few moments ago. Bro, the West ain't no joke. The West ain't no joke, bro. It's going to be tough. And I don't care who you are. I think the only group of fans that could sleep easy are probably Thunder fans. Well, y'all can be like, yeah, well, we got, the champs and all of that, so we're probably going to come out of the West. Apart from that, you don't need to be exhibiting any kind of confidence because there ain't no need for it, Jack. Ain't no need for it. It's going to be a rough one. Y'all stay tuned. Catch you guys on the next show.